What is up everyone, Movie I'm back again with another video. Today it's going to be another Blu-ray and 4K update. Now before I get into it, I just want to do another quick apology there. My recording device was meant to be here 4 days ago and I only got it today, hence why there's been a little bit of a break in between videos. So I'm all back to normal now, hopefully. And the good news is for those who are having sound problems with the headphones and it wasn't playing out the right ear, I'm pretty sure that should be sorted now. Well, please let me know down below how the picture quality is and how the sound quality is. This camera has a lot of different settings and I don't quite know if I've got it on the right one there. But if you could give me some feedback on that down below, that would be a massive help. And I'll try and improve it if it's not very good on the next video. But hopefully it's all okay for you guys. Now I'm just going to start off with the 4Ks here. I've got a nice little stack and I've got some movie related stuff to show at the end, movie and TV related stuff. Let's just get into it with the first 4K that I picked up. And I don't usually pick up new releases, but I have on a couple of occasions here, and to be honest, a lot of these are 2022 and 2021 movie releases, which is a little bit rare for me, so there's quite a lot of new titles in here. But the first one I picked up is The Batman, of course, with a slipcover on. It's my film of the year up to now. I had to have this. Then, like I said, it's kind of rare that I buy a brand new 4K on day release, but I just had to have it. Even though I haven't watched it yet on 4K, I'm sure it's going to look incredible. I absolutely love this movie. Matt Reeves done such a good job, you know, of reinventing his own style of Batman, throwing lots of horror elements in there, like a mystery movie, kind of like Seven with Batman in. Thought Paul Dano was great as the Riddler, and you got Zoe Kravitz and Colin Farrell playing great side characters in the Catwoman and the Penguin. And I just think it's a really, really great movie. I enjoyed every second of this. I've heard people say it's too long and stuff. I don't agree with that. I didn't want it to end. I had such a good time. And this is all filmed in my hometown in Liverpool. I've done a film and locations video on that. If you want to check it out, it'll be down below. So that was something a little bit special to me. I was getting close to the sets and everything before this movie was made. So yeah, it's got a little bit of a special place in my heart, this movie. Can't wait to see the Penguin show and the next installment of this movie. I just love Batman. I'm a massive Batman fan and I had to have this. And Robert Pattinson is absolutely incredible as Batman. If you have not seen this movie yet, definitely check it out. It's just amazing. I loved every second of this movie. I really did. Next up, we have another 2022 release, and that is Scream, or as I call it, Scream 5. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one at the movies this year. I think this might have been the first film I seen at the cinema in 2022. And this is a franchise that doesn't really have any weak points. Even though Scream 3 is probably at the lower end of the spectrum, or the worst one in the franchise, it's still a good movie, I feel. And this was another great addition. Really liked all these new characters they brought in. Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera as these focal points, as these two sisters. And their characters I can really get on board with. Really enjoyed all the other side characters as well. I mean, you usually get really annoying ones, but I kind of liked everyone in here. And I like the way it plays into fandom and how movies are now, you know, where everyone just shits on everything and stuff. I thought that was really clever. And it was nice to see the legacy characters back as well, even though they take a bit of a back seat here. But going forward, I'm happy to go with these new bunch of characters, to be honest. And we are getting a Scream 6, which has been announced next year. I just hope they don't rush the script and, you know, they kind of make a good movie like this one was. A lot of people said they seen the end coming. I didn't. Yeah, just a really good slasher. I love slashers, and horror is a good place to be right now, I feel. The horror genre, I think it's in a good place. Like I said, we're getting another Scream movie. We just need this guy on screen now. Another Wes Craven invention, Freddy Krueger, get him back on the cinema screen. But very, very happy to own this, to complete my Scream collection there. Can't wait to check that one out again. Next up is another horror film from 2021. And this is one of my favourite movies from last year, and it's in my top 10 and everything. One of the best cinema experiences I've ever had, and that is A Quiet Place Part 2. I've been after this one for a while. And it was in the 2 for 30 deal with Scream and HMV, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pounce on this now, get a little horror double feature there. And I absolutely loved the way John Krasinski directed this movie. I think The Last of Us TV show could take a lot of inspiration from his directing and his set design here, because that's what this movie reminded me of. Some great moments. You know, I thought there was moments in the cinema where I was just really on edge, and the fact that you can hear a pin drop just added to the atmosphere, and that's why it was one of the best cinema experiences for me. So all the sound design and everything here is great, and Cillian Murphy was a really welcome character. I'm kind of bummed that John Krasinski is not going to direct the third one. I wish he would and just wrap up this trilogy, because he does such a good job. But yeah, I really enjoyed The Quiet Place Part 2. Way better than the first one for me. I do like the first one, but this one it was just something a little bit extra there. And I'm very, very happy to own this in the collection as a horror fan. Next up is the last 4K in this little collection here, and that is Kingsman: The Secret Service. Got this for a really good price, and I only watched this for the first time a few months ago. I'd been putting it off for a while. I don't know why. There was something about the main actor in here. It doesn't even say his name on the back, and I've bloody forgot his name. He plays Elton John, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here all day trying to get his name. I'm really, really sorry. You think it'd say it on the front scene as he's the main star. I was kind of put off by him, by an actor, when I seen the trailer and stuff, and I hadn't really seen him in it, and it was putting me off watching this movie. I don't know why, but I thought he was excellent in this. Really, really fun film. Great British, you know. I wouldn't say it's a parody on James Bond, or is it? I don't know, but it all works. It's kind of serious in tone, but has lots of comedic elements as well. I did not like Samuel L. Jackson in this film, though. This is probably the first film I've seen him in that I just don't like him in. I don't like this little voice he was doing. It was really off-putting. But a really, really fun movie that I checked out on Disney+, and I knew I was going to own it at some point. Need to check the second one out, The Golden Circle. And I still haven't checked out Kingsman from last year. Now, next up is a box set that I've been after for a while. I actually went to town to pick this up, and I knew it was £35 in HMV, and then I seen it in CEX for £25. And I got the guy behind the counter to make sure it had everything with it, and it did. It was in perfect condition, and that is the Species box set. So really, really good deal with that one. And you get like art cards in here, posters, booklets. And you got Species 1. I'll just show them really quickly here. So we've got Species, which is a really, really good film, actually. A few actors in there, like Michael Madison and Ben Kingsley, some big name actors. It's about this woman who she's an alien, and she's trying to mate with any human male so she can have a baby and get her species onto planet Earth, basically. But they're all like killer aliens and stuff. And she's a very, very beautiful looking woman, so she's easily manipulating all these guys and stuff. And you have Ben Kingsley's character, who are like part of the government, trying to track her down. It's a good movie, you know, from the 90s. I enjoyed this one. And then you got Species 2, which I have only seen once, really, really a long time ago when it first come out. I remember it not being anywhere as good as the first one. But I have not seen Species 3. Heard it's terrible. And I have not seen Species: The Awakening, which is Species 4. Heard this is even worse. I looked at the Letterboxd reviews and stuff before, and they're not good. I'm not going to get the booklets and stuff out because we'll be here all day, but there are unboxings of this on YouTube if you want to check them out. Sorry, I'm just getting these discs back in the box. Sorry, my voice is a little bit hoarse there. But yeah, very, very happy to own this. I got a few... I haven't got the discs in properly, sorry about this. Very, very happy to own this. Got a few of these 88 collection editions now. I know what you did last summer, Urban Legend, Anaconda, and now this. I knew I had to pick it up at some point, but I'm very, very happy to own this. I'll make my own mind up on Species 3 and 4, but I'll probably watch all these with my wife or something. She's into a horror and stuff, so yeah, very, very happy to own this lovely, lovely box set from 88 Films. Next up is one of my favourite films of this year so far, and that is X. I think I have this as my 4th best on Letterboxd. Really enjoyed this one from Ty West. He takes a lot of inspiration from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you can just tell. And it's about this group of friends who are going to make a porno movie, basically. And they rent this house in the middle of nowhere, and people start getting killed off. And I won't say too much more than that, but there's some really great shots here by Ty West, especially one that included a crocodile, or an alligator if you like. Really loved all the characters in this. Usually a lot of them are just there for, you know, for bait really, to be sliced up. But I really got on board with a lot of these characters. There was only one I really didn't like. Another Jenna Ortega movie, by the way. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Mia Goth was excellent in this. And just a really, really good slasher. One of my favourites of the year. I'm a slasher hound, so I'm happy to see more movies get made like this. Can't wait for the prequel and the sequel. Now, next up is a film I have not seen from 2021. Heard so many people talk about it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to go in kind of blind with this. I've seen a little 10-second bit of the trailer and nothing else. Don't really know anything about it. Sorry about that. And that is Licorice Pizza from Paul Thomas Anderson. I've seen a few of this director's films. There Will Be Blood, definitely one of the best, an absolute masterpiece in my opinion. So I'm intrigued to check this one out. It's got Bradley Cooper in there and stuff. But like I said, I don't know too much about it. Just a lot of people tell me it's a good film. And it was up for Best Picture, I believe. And most of the Best Pictures I've checked out, I really enjoyed. Coda, King Richard. There was another one. I can't quite remember. But I've really, really enjoyed them. So hopefully this goes down that same line, that same route. But can't comment too much. And I've just given a little bit of a spoiler away there, because the next one I picked up is King Richard. Really, really good film. This is in my top 10 of 2021. And Will Smith, despite everything that happened at the Oscars, you all know, he deserved this Oscar. He really did. He is excellent as Richard Williams, I think his name is, because he's the father of Venus and Serena Williams. And he's basically their tennis coach, and he will do his utmost best to get them into the business and make them become tennis players and make their dreams come true. And I just love his character in this film, because he doesn't just jump into things, he thinks things out. He wants the best for his daughters at the maximum that he can squeeze out of people. And, you know, someone may offer him a lot of money and he'll just go, oh yeah, that'll change our life, but we can do better. And he thinks things through. He's a very smart man. But I just really love this sports drama, I really did. And it's just a great story, great true story. Highly recommend checking it out. Will Smith is probably his best performance ever. You know, it's got to be said. But really, really good drama, this sports drama. I really do recommend that. Next up is another 2021 movie that I have not checked out. There's about 7 or 8 on my Letterboxd that I've got on 2021 movies to check out that I just haven't yet. And my son was born around the time this come out, so I really couldn't get to the cinema to see it. And it's House of Gucci. Heard many, many things about this. Heard Jared Leto is insane, his character and stuff. But Al Pacino and Lady Gaga in there will do that for me. You know, I'm up for that. Really enjoy Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born, and Al Pacino is my favourite actor of all time. I've heard this is a bit of a true story about someone trying to get someone assassinated or something, but I don't know too much about it. But I'm looking forward to checking it out. I know it's like a 2.5 hour runtime, but it doesn't bother me. Just got to find the time, I suppose. But yeah, intrigued to check this one out. I got it for a great price, $6.99 I think, and it's a new Blu-ray out. Now, as far as I know, them Blu-rays that I've picked up, X, House of Gucci, Licorice Pizza and King Richard, I would normally get those on 4K, but as far as I'm aware, they have not been released on 4K in the UK, so I got the Blu-rays. Next up is another 2021 film, and this was going on a great deal, and everyone's put it up on the Big Paulie page and the Blu-ray community pages. And as Ron's Gone Wrong got this for £2. I think a lot of people picked this up, and this, again, don't think it has a 4K. I really enjoyed this animated film. It's about a young boy who gets this robot, because everyone in school's got one, but you know, he wants to be in with the cool kids and to get one because he's the only one who hasn't, and he feels left out. But the robot he gets kind of has a bit of a malfunction going on, and he goes on a crazy ass adventure with him. But yeah, Ron is a great character, this robot that he gets. It's just a really heartwarming film. Kids will love it, of course, but I really dug this. I think it's in my top 20 of 2021, top 25 even. But really, really enjoyed this. Glad to own that. Great deal. So yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't and you like animated movies. I'm very, very sorry about that. Next up is another 2021 film. Not the best of movies, but I can just go into this and have fun with it, and that's what I did at the cinema. It's a 3 out of 5 film, but I just picked it up when I seen it, and that is Escape Room 2 Tournament of Champions. Theatrical and extended cut. I enjoyed this. You know, I just love seeing the traps in the room and what this room consists of, how they have to get out of it, and what happens to them if they don't. It's kind of like a toned down version of Saw, really. Although it is quite brutal in places, just not as brutal as them films, but it's the same sort of idea. The story set up for this is ridiculous. I mean, it's the most coincidental thing to ever happen, and a plan to get all these characters together, it just wouldn't happen that way, but you've got to kind of let that go and just try and have a fun time with it, and I did. So yeah, happy to own this one. I had a good time with Escape Room 2 Tournament of Champions. Next up is a film I have not seen, but I've heard really good things, and that is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I'm a bit of a Guy Ritchie fan, although I know this is one of his most popular films. I just haven't seen it yet. I don't know too much about it, actually. I just know a lot of people put it high on their Guy Ritchie rankings and stuff. So yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. I've wanted to see this for a very long time, so glad to own that, but can't tell you too much more, I'm afraid. Next up is Billy Madison. Now, I picked up The Waterboy last month, and I watched Hustle on Netflix, and it kind of got me in an Adam Sandler mood, and I've seen this in CEX, and it's out to print on Amazon and stuff. And I remember watching this back in the day and really enjoying it, even though it's a silly movie. I thought, you know what, if this is out to print and it's going to be hard to find, I'm just going to grab it right now. It wasn't too bad of a price. And this is about Billy Madison, who his father is like a billionaire, and he won't give him his inheritance unless he goes to school and passes all his GCSEs that he never back in the day, or whatever they're called in America. Yeah, it's just a stupid movie, really, but I like Adam Sandler stupid movies. In fact, I like everything Adam Sandler does. I'm a massive fan of him. I love his drama, I love his comedy, and this is one of his early comedies, so I'm glad to own that. There's some more Adam Sandler films I would like to get, although I'm not sure they fully have Blu-ray releases, like Big Daddy and stuff. But yeah, Billy Madison, a very famous Adam Sandler film, of course. And last up we have Rec 2. Now, I do own the first one on that Arrow edition, but it doesn't look like anytime soon that they're going to bring Rec 2 out. Although, now I've bought it, they'll probably announce it at the end of the month. But I've never seen this one. I'm a fan of found footage movies. I enjoyed the first movie very much. I've heard this is a good sequel. And apparently it takes 15 minutes after the first movie. So, very intrigued to check this one out. 85 minutes long. It's going to be an easy watch, I suppose. Hopefully there's a good few jump scares and stuff like the first film. And that is it, guys. Oh, for the Blu-rays and 4Ks. But I forgot I've got some movie merchandise here, so if you want to stick around, I'll just show these couple of pop vinyls I got. Now, these were going for £5 in the sale, and I own the Riddler and Batman, so I picked up Selena Kyle for a very, I'm not going to say no at that price, for £5, and I also picked up Oswald Cobblepot for the same price. So glad to own that little 4-character set now. Batman and the Riddler are over there with all the other pop vinyls, so yeah, glad to own them too. And we also have, lastly, I'm watching Stranger Things at the minute, and I love it. I'm loving this series, series 4, and I'm watching the last one tonight, Saturday night, when I'm recording this video. And me and my wife, are going to watch the finale tonight, which is 2.5 hours long, but I picked up this Hellfire Club t-shirt. Needs ironing, I'm afraid. But yeah, Primark are selling these for £8. And I've seen loads of people wearing them, so I had to grab it. So you'll probably see that in a future video, me wearing that. Yeah, that is everything in this Blu-ray and 4K and movie stuff pickup video. Thanks so much, guys. Hopefully I'll have a few more videos on the way soon. Now I've got everything back in order. And let me know how the picture quality and sound was on this video. And if it isn't good enough, I'll try and adjust it for the next one. So what did you think of these movies and these movie stuff? Let me know down below, and I'll reply to every single one of you, I promise. Take it all easy, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.